I remember during the pandemic, I pretty much became depressed. At first, it seemed like a dream as I was playing Fortnite like all day during class. Class was super easy, but it wasn't a dream at all, bro. I started to indulge in all of these bad habits, eating junk food, staying inside, gaming all day, getting no sleep, and my life quality just completely went down. And the moment that really hit me was when my father sat me down and told me, Dale, you're depressed. And he was right. So right then and there, I decided, okay, I'm going to change this. I'm going to figure this out. And I went online and I started watching a bunch of videos, and that is how I discovered self-improvement. The idea that you can work hard and achieve your dreams, improve your standard of living, become happier, healthier, more social, whatever you want, you can get it through self-improvement. This sounded amazing to me. And I remember going to my friends, my best friends. During class, we would literally be in like a group chat on Discord, just playing games during class. But I remember going to them one time in the call at 3 a.m. and my mind wandered to self-improvement, the things that I just discovered. And I was thinking, guys, have you heard about this? The idea that our lives could be better? I mean, all we do is just play games and it's just the same thing over and over again. But what if we could achieve our dreams? I mean, my friend Isaiah, who was there, he told me that he wanted to be a streamer, or he was thinking about it. Isaiah, why don't you start streaming? This is a perfect time. Something could happen. Why don't you do it? Let's do it. And I remember my friends, all of them in the call right there, they just laughed at me. The reaction to my self-improvement ideas were that it's corny, it's too positive, bro. I don't know, too positive or something. It's corny, goofy, whatever. And I should stop talking about that and just focus on the game. And that hurt, because these were my friends. These were my best friends since I was like 5 years old. And here they were saying that these ideas that I had didn't matter at all. So the next day, I continued my search for self-improvement advice. And I came across the book Atomic Habits. And in the author's TED Talk, he explained that the reason why I'm feeling so depressed is because I built up all these habits on top of each other, and they were just overall making my life worse. So if I simply destroyed these bad habits and replaced them with good ones, my life trajectory would increase and I would become happy again, and I would actually be more social and get girls, anything that I wanted. I could get it if I built good habits. That sounded amazing to me. So I ordered his book and I opened it up, and I remember I couldn't read. Like, I read a whole page and my mind was completely blanked. Everything that I just read left my mind. And then I tried again and I couldn't even get past the first paragraph. It was frustrating. I literally, because I haven't been reading in my free time throughout these years, I literally could not read. It was just hard and difficult. But I didn't give up there. There was a concept in his talk called accountability, which is the idea that you need other people relying on you to show up and get the habit done, get the job done, whatever. So I decided to take this idea of accountability and make a book club. By being the leader of this club and getting everyone to read this book, I would have to force myself to read and get through it and understand all the concepts. So I pulled out my device and just went down the friends list, just inviting everyone, just telling them, hey, I know we all have terrible habits right now. We're all socially isolated. Let's meet up every Saturday and discuss this book, and let's learn how to build good habits. And of course, my gamer friends, my best friends did not join. They were like, nah, I'm good, Dale. I don't want to improve my life and become a better person. I'm good. Some of the people that I was less close to, just people I knew from my class from back when I was still in school, they joined for some reason. But yeah, it was still hard to read, don't get me wrong, but I actually had to force myself to read the book, and I learned the concepts and I slowly just started to improve my life. And that was 3 years ago. And since then, I've been steadily making good progress. I've been applying all these new habits and all. My friends were not there for that journey. My best friends, I had to let them go. And at first it was lonely, because again, these guys were my best friends, right? And it felt wrong because I was so used to just hanging out with them and logging into the chats and playing games. But this purpose of improving my mental state and getting out of this rut mattered way more to me. So I had to commit to that. And I knew that playing games and staying up late was a detriment. It was holding me back. And by extension, my friends were holding me back as well, because they were doing those activities. And at first it was lonely, but I remember when I came back to school the next year, when the pandemic ended, I started talking about self-improvement. And most people, again, were like, hey, that's goofy, you're a preacher, whatever. But there was one guy who listened to what I had to say, and he liked it. He was invested. He wanted to do self-improvement as well. And eventually, we started tracking our habits together on an app called Habitica. And on this app, there's you can see there's a bunch of characters here, right? These are all my friends, right? You invite your friends to this app and then they can all track their habits. And my friend literally signed into this app 123 times, 123 days of tracking his habits. And right now he doesn't do it anymore, but the fact that I got someone to track their habits for 123 days is so crazy to me. Sure, my friends didn't join me on my self-improvement journey, but you can make new ones that will. You can find the people who are open and receptive to your message, receptive to the idea of growth. Most people are not. Most people are just scrollers, right? But if you put yourself out there and you talk about things that matter to you, you talk about self-improvement, the personal growth, these topics that are near and dear to you, you will find those who will accept you and they will join you along this journey. I'm in college now, and I've been meeting so many new people, and I've been sharing this message of self-improvement, sharing my channel, and because of that, I've been meeting so many people like me, and I actually have friends who are on a similar level to me now, in the same mindsets, the same thoughts, reading the same books, whatever. And I log into Discord, and I see my gamer friends are still there in the same chat, just like in quarantine, playing games. They didn't change, and that's fine, because I did. You need to put your own growth first. That's what matters the most. And again, that might mean leaving your friends. And it will be lonely for a time, but you'll find your people eventually. So until then, I got your back. Good luck.